Matter of fact, I'm going to read that again. This is Ezekiel chapter 16 and 49. It says, behold, this was the iniquity of thy sister Sodom. Pride, fullness of bread, and abundance of idleness was in her daughters. Neither did she strengthen the hand of the poor and needy. And they were haughty and committed abomination before me. Therefore I took them away as I saw good. Damn. So the Lord said, he said he took them away as he saw good, man. And back then it wasn't no thermonuclear missiles back then, man. So the Lord personally, himself with the heavenly angels, destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Shooting that concentrated fire at it, man. From them chariots, man. So the same thing is going to happen here, man. And how does the Lord see good to destroy America? Thermonuclear weapons, man. And if you can't tell that that's America, then something's wrong with your comprehension. This dude walking around like America, the greatest place in the world. Listen to that bullshit, man. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 1. It says, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven veils, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, man. So this was John the Revelator on the island of Patmos, man. When Yahweh Shah came to him and showed him the destruction of America, man, he said he was going to show him the judgment of the great whore. And that great whore is Babylon, which is America. But our people don't believe that this place is coming to an end. You can see, the matter of fact, you're about to have a great economic collapse, man. Why these people getting ready for Christmas, busting their ass to go broke, which Americans already broke, man. The American dollar don't hold no weight, man. But we're going to read about America's destruction, which is Babylon, the great whore, man. It says, verse 2 says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. And it keeps letting you know, man. That's why the kings of the earth are all these different rulers. All right? The kings of the earth are all these different rulers. That's why you have, when the president gets elected, well, selected into office, what they do, they go around the whole earth traveling, meeting different kings of the earth, different leaders, man. And they got drunk off their philosophy. Why? Because you got these Chinese people, when they used to wear their garments, how they dress. Now you got these dudes with suit and ties on, looking like the so-called white man. So what are they doing? They're following out the philosophy of the so-called white man. You got these Chinese people that's ashamed of their slanted eyes because they want to be the so-called white man. Which they both heathens anyway, so it really don't matter. But that's them going around pushing their philosophies and beliefs on all these people, man. They push their philosophies, doctrines, and everything on every nation, man. The Bible is clear and cut, man. And it's only given to the men that have understanding, man. This truth ain't given to everybody. Because everybody can't handle the truth, man. Don't nobody want to hear the truth. They say that they want the truth, But once the truth starts coming out, they get offended, man. You tell a nigga America gonna be destroyed, they gonna look at you like you got 10 horns on your head, man. You tell these niggas America gonna be destroyed, they might want to fight you, man. Because they love the so-called white man's system. And now women, they all at ease, man. The women are at ease, man. Verse 3 says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. So the 7 heads and 10 horns represent different nations and all that. It says 7 heads and 10 horns. Salakia, yeah. 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of a fornication. So the cup, everything that America does is going against is going against what Yahweh Ba'ashim Awashai stands for, man. So that's a cup. It says it's a golden cup in the Lord's hand, man. Because when you hold up something golden, it's shiny and everything, and everybody's infatuated by it. That's why you got foreigners that live over there in these other nations. When they hear about America, they hear that the streets is paved in gold. They can't wait to get over here. But when they get over here, they see how jacked up America is, man. Then they want to go back to where they came from. You know? Full of abomination and fornication. And what's that? Like I said, you can do whatever you want in America, man. You could be whoever you want to be in America. Which that's completely and totally against the scriptures, man. America has no order, man. The women are out of order. The women think that they're above the men. Matter of fact, you got women that want to be men. You got men that want to be women. The same way it happened back in Rome, man. So it tells you in the scriptures it's no new thing under the sun. But guess what? It's consequences for all those actions that's coming. You can't have a country so wicked, a kingdom so wicked, and the Most High doesn't come to visit that place, man. When they tell you living in end times, this is where you at right now, man. We living in a book of Revelations, man. Amongst other books, because prophecies in the Old Testament haven't been fulfilled yet either, man. Verse 4 says, and the woman was arrayed in purple scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones, and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abomination and filthiness and fornication. So that's all the resources and everything that America supposedly has, man. All right? Which all of it, 100% of it, they stole. It says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the great mother of harlots, and the abominations of the earth, man. So when John the Revelator, okay, was seeing these visions and seeing these things that's going on in America, he called it Mystery Babylon. Because at that time, America wasn't set up yet, man. Now you're talking about 2,000 years ago, man. America wasn't even thought of about 2,000 years ago. So the Lord was showing John the Revelator all these visions about this place. And you already had, once John the Revelator got these revelations, you already had Babylon before that. So that Babylon was already destroyed. So it's not talking about that Babylon, man. It's talking about your new Babylon. your mystery Babylon, which right now it's not a mystery no more. So the Babylon is talking about America. Because the word Babylon just simply means confusion. And America is full of confusion. And in the Hebrew, it's Babal, man. Babal is confusion, man. It says Mystery Babylon, the great mother of harlots. The harlot is a whore. So America is the great mother of all whores, man. Because what you learn in America, man, what they teach your daughters and everything how to be. They teach them how to be whores, man. Even something simple as cheerleading, man. And that goes against the scriptures, man. The scripture tell you to prostitute not your daughter, man. Salak, y'all. I was trying to find a scripture. But yeah, the scriptures tell you you're not supposed to prostitute your daughter. But this place teaches you, even in the music, man. You got a song from back in the day called The Glamorous Life by this guy, Cool C, man. And there was this girl named Michelle or whatever. And she was saying like her mom used to say, you gotta use what you got to get what you want, man. That's a fucking whore, man. But that's cool in America though. One of the biggest idols, and I bring this up a lot, but one of the biggest idols amongst the black women is this Marilyn Monroe chick, man. Which Marilyn Monroe, she was a big whore, man. Verse 6 says, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua, and when I saw her wounded with great admiration. It's like it says, when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. So it says, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints. What's the blood of the saints? The blood of the saints are you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Of the 12 tribes, man. Because when the so-called white man came over to America, what did he do to so-called Indians? They started killing them, giving them smallpox, all types of diseases. They brought the Negroes over here. What they do? They started killing y'all, put you in slavery. Took your babies for gator bait. They used to hang the Native American women upside down and pull the baby out of their stomach, man. And you think nothing's going to come to them? And it talks about the blood of the martyrs for Yahushua. And those are the chosen, those are the elect. Because it's going to be martyrs for the Lord, man. Because you're going to have men of the Lord that's going to be put to death for this truth, man. That we believe in, man. And we ain't dying in the name of Jesus Christ, man. Because that's not even the Lord's name, man. Jesus is a made-up name. It's 2 syllables, man. That's not even a real word, man. Verse 7 says, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and 10 horns. So that beast is talking about NATO, man. the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, man. Which they all follow America follows the Roman system. So that's a beast too. It says, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is, man. So if you look where the bottomless pit is at, that's over there in Rome, man. The bottomless pit is over there in Rome, man. All right. So where did America spring up out of? America sprung up out of the Romans, out of their philosophies, their traditions, and all that, man. It says, verse 9 says, and here is the, and matter of fact, the people can't understand that whose names aren't written in the book, man. The Lamb's book of life, man. You got pastors that are trying to read these scriptures and they can't even break them down because they don't have no understanding. It wasn't given to them, man. Furthermore, they've been paid off by the so-called white man to lie to you, man. To still further keep these so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans blinded, man. Like TD Snakes and dudes like that, man. These so-called white people don't want to hear the truth, man. And neither do you Negroes, man. They just want you to be good niggas, man. A good boy. A good house nigga. That's what these so-called white people want, man. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is bringing out the truth on these devils, man. It says, verse 10, it says, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and one is, and the other is not yet come, and when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition. So back then, out of all these nations, they all come from 7 different nations, man. But now you go to like NATO, the EU, and all that, and they got the flags. They got 10 flags up there, but it all started out of 7, and out of the 7 came the 8th. So America came out of Rome, and when it talks about it's going into perdition, it's talking about the destruction of this place, man. It's talking about the destruction of this place, man. Which, man, I can't wait. But this place got to go, man, for the condition that our people is in, man. You got our people selling drugs out to their own people. And where they get it from? They get it from the so-called white man. And any nigga that's a drug dealer, you in the witchcraft, man. Because when you whipping up your little pot and all that, and putting whatever the fuck you put in there, that's making people act different ways. So that's putting different spirits on them, man. The same way that the witches did. And that's what the so-called white man does too, man. So them niggas that sell drugs and that cook up cocaine and all that, you'll use a witch, man. Use a witch doctor, man. And furthermore, you hate your people. You know? And yo, and it's consequences for that. With Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, he's bringing that, man. Like that song from Method Man, Bring the Pain. The Lord is going to bring the pain. And this is how you know that America is in the Bible, man. But you got simple-minded niggas that be like, yo, it didn't say America. Thinking it's not talking about America. When all you got to do is do the research in history. But you got our people don't want to pick up a book. You know? That's why I say Seek ye and ye shall find, man. Seek and ye shall find. And if you don't seek for the information, it's not just going to fall in your lap, man. These niggas over here playing with cars, man. That's the problem with our people, man. It says, verse 12 says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as of yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. So that's talking about NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, when they came together. They didn't have their little power structure an hour. So 1,000 years of Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, is 1 day. So you do the math on that, man. It says, these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. So yeah, NATO and the EU, they all have one mind. And they give their power and strength unto America. Alright? They give their power and strength unto America. And they all got one mind, one consent. And that one mind, that one consent is that New World Order. Alright? It's that New World Order so that they can enslave the whole globe, man. That's what the so-called white man wants. He wants to enslave the whole population of people. These international bankers, man. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Eimenheisers, the Bilderbergs. And people are that stature, man. It says, verse 14, this is how wicked these devils are. It says, these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of lords and the King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. So yeah, these devils are going to try to fight against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah when he comes back to destroy this place, man. And they show you that in Independence Day and films like that, man. And they also got a new movie coming out, which I looked at the trailer. It was called The Second Coming of Christ, man. I think I mentioned that earlier. But these dudes, they're going to try to make war with the Lamb. Who's the Lamb? The Lamb is Yahweh Shah, man. So that's how proud and arrogant the so-called white man is, man. But the Lord is going to put the spirit on them and put it in their heart to fight against him. Because in those movies, they like to show you that they overcame the aliens. And they call them aliens. They know who those aliens are, man. They know exactly who they are, man. And they know exactly what those so-called UFOs are, man. Why do you think they put them in movies, man? And then they try to give you a certain image of how they look, man. They know exactly well who are on those so-called UFOs, which they IFOs, because they identifiable flying objects, man. It says, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the horse sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues, man. So the waters that they saw, so what other place, man, like, this is so simple, man. What other place on the face of this earth got every different nationality living there, man? You go to China, you see a bunch of Chinese people, man. You go to Japan, you see a bunch of Japanese people, man. You go to Europe, Germany and all that, it's a bunch of Germans, a bunch of Europeans, man. America is a fucking melting pot. America is a melting pot. So that's what it's talking about by the people, the nations and tongues and kindred. That's all the different people that live here, man. That's all the different people that live here. It says, verse 16 says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire, man. So all these nations, which you have NATO and the EU, all right, and this is how you know this to be the truth, man. Because you had a thing called Brexit, where Britain, Great Britain, wanted to back out of the EU, man. So they called it Brexit because Britain is exiting the European nation, man. All right. So like the scriptures say, a house divided cannot stand, man. So who house is divided right now? That's Esau's house, man. It's being divided. Esau's house is being divided. And yo, these are all prophecies, man. This is prophecy, man. And people still can't open their eyes and wake up and see the fact, you know, that this place is going down the toilet, man. Britain exited out of the EU, man. All right, I'm going to read that verse one more time, man. It says, Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire, man. So that's letting you know that all these other nations, like it said, America has made all these other nations drunk with her wine. That wine is the philosophy. And all the nations are mad. So all the nations hate America. So all the allies of America are going to turn their back on this place and shoot missiles over here, man. But you already got North Korea. They already got missiles aimed here, man. Yeah, America's going to get their missiles shot off too. They're going to shoot off missiles. But this place going to be completely desolate, completely destroyed, completely annihilated, man. All you people walking up and down the street worried about dumb shit, man. Whatever you worried about is vain, man. If it ain't about this truth, it ain't about nothing, man. And you going to soon see just how real those words are, man. Cause you niggas is in a deep coma, man. In a comatose state. You got the so-called white man that hates you. And you walking around like everything is all right, man. It's just another Friday night. When it just said that all these other nations are going to burn this place, man. All these other nations is going to destroy America, man. Verse 17 says, matter of fact, to back that up, I'm going to grab Jeremiah 50 and 41 real fast. Oh, snap. It's Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 41. It says, behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coasts of the earth. They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not shew mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, every one put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon, man. So that right there lets you know, man, all these other nations are going to turn on this place, man. This ain't no joke, this ain't no game, and this goddamn sure ain't no time to be playing, man. But you got people still walking around, you know, wanting to get married, worried about little dumb shit. Oh, I'm trying to get this house. I gotta get my house together. This place is stupid, man. I'm trying to put my money up, you know, to put my kids in college.